Yeah. Hi, Mr.
Yeah, I'm
Ashutosh.
sorry for being late. I was trying to join, but I was unable to join it. I don't know why it happens.
Okay, okay. Same was with me as well. There was a little network issue from my side also. So no worries.
Hmm.
We'll just extend the session by 5 minutes. That's okay, not an issue. All right. You are Mr. Ashutosh. Am I right?
Yes, right.
Okay, great. Hello, Mr. Ashutosh. How are you? How's your day going?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. And how about you? How's your day going so far?
It's good. It's very cold here. I'm from Punjab and it's really, really chilly today. So just coping up with the winters. Rest everything same as usual. So thank you for asking. Okay. So today is our first session. Like we're meeting for the first time, right?
Right,
Right. Okay.
exactly.
Yes. So let's start with a short introduction. Let's get to know each other better. So please tell me something about you, Mr. Ashutosh.
Yeah, sure. As you know, my name is Ashutosh Dwivedi, and I am from Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh. And about my education, I am pursuing my master's degree, that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. Apart
Oh.
from this, I do run a YouTube channel which is based on spoken English conversations. That's all about me.
Oh, amazing. At one point of time, I always wanted to do this master's in English. But I did master's in journalism, very close to English. But yes, that's what I did. So, what interested you towards English?
Yeah, basically, I was a commerce student and I have done my graduation, that is BCom Honors Accounting. But in COVID-19, I came across with this English communication and I started working on it. So that's why I
Hmm.
wanted to have a degree in literature or this English. That's why I started pursuing this Masters of Arts in English Literature. So
Amazing, and I'm surprised and amazed to know that we share something really common. I've also done my BCom, and after that, I changed my path and I did masters in journalism. So, if you want, I'll just give a short introduction of me.
yeah, sure. I would love
All
to
right.
know about yourself.
So you already know my name. I'm Ashna, and I'm connecting to you from Punjab, as I mentioned earlier. And I've done my master's in journalism and mass communication, and my bachelor's is in commerce. While I was doing my commerce, I was always interested in English communication, so I just changed the path. And since I've completed my master's, I'm a soft skill trainer. Before COVID, I used to travel and explore the places and train different employees of corporates. But since COVID, I'm working online, remote, and I'm associated with various platforms. I have taken my own personal sessions as well. I do sessions with kids and adults in personality development, personal grooming, interview skills, and spoken English. Until now, I've trained about 1,000 plus kids and adults. That's all about me.
Oh, that's
Thank
great to
you.
know about you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So you have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, right.
What is the name of the channel?
My YouTube channel name is Ashu Official 2021.
Okay, okay. I'll try to watch it. So it's about conversational English videos, or you post something else as well?
Yeah, it's all about English conversation. As you said about your graduation, even though when I was a student of graduation, I was very
Mhm.
interested in my own professional subjects like accounting. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, when I came back to my hometown due to COVID-19, then I
Mhm.
lost my touch in those subjects because system
Mhm.
was not working that much well. I was a student of Banaras Hindu University, but they were
Mhm.
not able to deal in a good way online. They were really
Mhm.
good enough in an offline manner. Of course, it is one of the
Mhm.
best
Yes,
universities
that's
in the
one of the
world,
best
by
you
that
can.
thing. Yeah. So, but then I thought of working on my communication skills because I had this thing in my mind always that I want to see myself as a better speaker. Then I started
Oh,
working on it. Then few of my
great.
friends suggested me that if I'll start my YouTube channel, I'll be able to become more confident if I'll face camera. That's what I started doing, and I started posting my conversation, and I started speaking in front of camera. That's how I started my YouTube. So YouTube, my just goal for YouTube was to become more confident and a better speaker in
Mhm.
COVID-19. So that's how my journey started.
That is lovely. That's great, and I always appreciate people who have their YouTube channels because it's a lot of work. I sometimes think to start my own channel, but I somehow just get so overwhelmed with the process, the first to shoot the video or to get the footage, then you have to edit it, then you have to upload it and be consistent with it. That's very, very important. And then
Yeah,
managing the
exactly.
page, comments and all of that. If positive, of course, it feels very, very good, but negative, you sometimes have to handle negative comments also. So when I think about it, I just think like it's a lot of work. Although I want to, but I don't feel right now I should be doing that. But yes, somewhere in future I want to. I really want to have a channel, and because
Yes,
I love
ma'am. It seems
conversation.
easy, but it's not actually.
It's
I was
not.
expecting the same, that sitting and talking to the people and uploading the videos, but it
Mm,
seems very easy that you can do that. But
mm,
uploading video, at least it takes an hour and you'll not be able to count that how many minutes have you given to make a thumbnail for your video.
okay.
It takes time
Yes.
for everything,
Yes. So
for
how do you
description,
manage
for title.
with
Yeah,
your
I
studies
try my
and
level best for it.
okay, okay, great. So what are your interests except your channel and your education? What other things you are into?
Yeah, when it comes to my hobbies, to be honest, but nowadays I don't have time to give a lot for hobbies. I was very much interested in singing nowadays as well, and
Okay.
singing, sports like cricket, like playing cricket. But nowadays it is difficult to get 11 players in a big field in a city, so
Mhm.
I don't go for it. But I'm very
Mhm.
interested in music and this, like cricket.
Cricket and music. All right, great. So, who's your
Mhm.
favorite cricket player?
Virat Kohli currently.
Virat Kohli. Okay, why?
Before that, I used to admire Gautam Gambhir because I'm a left-handed batsman. So,
Mm-hmm.
but now I just my favorite player is Virat Kohli now.
All right. Okay. Okay. So, Ashutosh, what I observed till now is your pronunciation is pretty good, and with respect to language, also you converse really well. So, what extra you want to add on to your language as you are here with our platform? What are you looking for? What improvements are you seeking?
What am I looking for? Always I look for the confidence to become a better and confident
Mm-hmm.
speaker because the more
Mm-hmm.
I practice and the more I do conversation with professionals, I become comfortable in talking. That's what I feel. And that's what I want. I want to talk with the people in a very comfortable way without any hesitation or pauses.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm here. And to
Great.
maintain my consistency, I have been
Yeah.
just on English Yaari for a very long period of time, and I want to be consistent with my skill.
No, that's really one of the factors that we sometimes get uncomfortable with English language because externally we don't get environment and people are not very much English friendly. Specifically, like I live
Hmm.
in Punjab here, English is not a very common language. People do not understand.
Yeah, sure.
Commonly people do not understand this language. So even if I want to be consistent outside my work, I cannot be because nobody understands English very well at my house, even neighborhood, anywhere. So to get that environment, to get that consistency is really, really important and very difficult in India. So I totally
Yes,
understand that part.
exactly.
Okay, so today's topic is really interesting. Do you like English movies? First of all, direct
Yeah,
question.
it's really
What is
interesting, but it's a new world to me. I'm not very much into Hollywood movies and not into
okay?
Bollywood as well. So
Okay.
only I know Hollywood movies at the cinemas, like which movie we watch from the like international level or from the like Western cinema. Those are Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
movies. They are really good, like perspective, like advanced for the future. You can see a lot of things related to machinery or advanced technology,
Yes,
which we
yes.
are not able to see in
Mhm.
our country, but
Yes.
unfortunately I'm not very interested in it.
Okay, okay, no worries. But it's a very. I'm also not a very, I'm not very much comfortable with English movies. Although, when something get popular or I get recommendations from my friends to watch something, I do watch it. Some things I like it, some things I don't like it. But my husband is a movie freak, so he keeps sending me recommendations. So I do watch some of them, but I do have my favorites. Like there's this movie, Pursuit of Happiness. I am not sure whether you've watched it, but it's an amazing movie. Amazing movie based on father and son relationship. So if you get time, you can watch it. So it's a beautiful movie.
Mhm.
So like this, some movies are my favorite. The iconic, Titanic. I do love it. I
Okay.
till now, if I watch it, I can watch it. Like I don't feel like I've watched multiple times. So there are a few favorites, but not I'm not very comfortable with the Hollywood cinema as well. So if you have to still tell me like if any favorite actors or actresses you have, or any movie you've watched it and you have really liked from the
Yeah,
Hollywood
like
cinema.
I remember when it comes to the Hollywood, I watched a single movie, I think, 5 years ago almost, After Earth. So I was there with my
Yeah, I
cousin,
watched
and
it
he
as well.
recommended me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I watched it.
Yeah, so it was a good movie. I liked it. And when it comes to the actors, I don't have a lot of good knowledge about the actors and actresses as well. I'm very much into listening speeches from the international platforms. I like people
Okay.
like Steve Harvey, Ellen DeGeneres, or the Priyanka Chopra, of course. So I know her husband as well, Nick Jones.
Mhm. Nick
So,
Jones.
but not many people from that international cinema because I'm not
Right.
very much into. Only I watched a single movie because I was there
Okay.
with my cousin and he suggested me to watch.
All right. So we just have to change H in Hollywood to make it more comfortable. We just have to put B. So what about Bollywood? Are you a movie freak? Do you like watching movies?
Yeah, I watch movies, but I don't consider myself as a movie freak because I don't watch a lot. Rarely
Okay.
I watch it, and I watched movie based on social issues.
Right.
So,
Okay.
5 years ago, the same one movie I watched that was related to Sarabjit. Okay, that was a great
Yes.
movie. When I watched it, I started crying. I was like
Me
very
too.
sad.
I
Like,
watched that
mhm.
movie and with my mother, and like what we decided after that. The movie was amazing, but we felt that we will never watch it again. It brings so many emotions that we did not have the capacity to watch it again. So that was an
Yeah, and
amazing
then
movie.
you can relate more because he was from Punjab, and I
Punjab.
was really sad and Deep Hooda acted very well,
Yes,
marvelous. The acting
amazing,
was
amazing
really
acting.
wonderful.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
that was the reason we hooked up to the movie and we felt it was so real because of his performance. So it was an
Right.
amazing movie. I totally
And
agree.
last movie I watched that was Gangubai. That was also somewhat told us the story about the people who are the marginalized. They are not in the
Mhm.
mainstream of our society.
Yeah.
That's really bad, and I felt really bad about those people because they don't have right, or they have the right now to go to a school or for the education, but then also
Mhm.
they I don't really feel so they get the same respect the we people get. So it's
For
very
sure.
difficult for them to get education.
Exactly. Basically, I do not understand. Yesterday, also with one of my learners, I was having the discussion where we discussed about LGBT and how things like their body physically, it's so natural to them. But I don't know why we still consider it such a taboo. And things like this have been in our ancient times. If we read ancient books, Vedas, we have mentioned these kind of people, and we have involved them into our into our lifestyle, into our communities. But now I don't know why we're not giving them basic rights, although they are legally allowed to all the basic rights as a human we have. But society's mentality is not allowing them to
Yeah,
do that.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Recently, there is a movie, Animal. I've not watched it, but there's a lot of controversies around the movie. Yesterday, only I was discussing with one of my learners that they have shown so many negative concepts like misogyny, then disrespectful towards female, and lot of bloodshed, lot of violence. That too, through the protagonist hitting the female also was shown in the movie. So there were a lot of controversial subjects shown in the movie. So I was asking a question to him, and I'm also going to ask you that there are two perspectives towards these kind of movies. First is
Mhm.
that it's a cinema, it's an art. You go, watch it, get entertained, and come back and just forget about it. Whatever is shown is just shown. You don't have to get influenced through it. And second perspective towards it is that we should not be showing all this because people do get influenced through all these factors, and they start feeling that it is very normal to behave like this or to do all of this. So, what do you think if you have to
What
choose?
I think. Of course, it's a cinema. They are artists. That they are playing a role. But same point of time, if the person is mature enough, who is watching that movie and able to understand that's movie only, that's not something which they want to apply in their real life, then it's fine. But when it comes to the kids, right? Nowadays, the
Yes,
like family that they go out with their kids. Kids are like 13, 12, 8, 9. So they are not able to understand they are playing a role. Somewhat they think this is something which they will do also in their life. They will just do the violence against the female, which is not really good, what I feel. So it's very difficult. I don't really support all these kind of things, because whatever we see, we become that. The content
exactly.
you consume, the for sure it is going to be there in your behavior. It influenced consciously, unconsciously, whatever you say. If we feel that we're not following that, we are not going to do it. But somewhat, like if I'll watch such kind of movies whole day, I'm sure that if I'll get such kind of situation, I'll do the same whatever I have watched it. Okay. So that is very important. So that's why several years ago we used to watch Ramcharitmanas and Ramayana and a lot of shows which they give us a positivity that how to react in those situations. But nowadays, of course, in those characters also not of negative things were there, but always there was a moral story that what is right and what is wrong. But in movies, kids are not able to understand that what is right and what is wrong, and they consider them that somebody who they can follow, or they made their ideal. So
Totally.
that's not good.
No, I completely agree. I've mentioned when I was having this argument with that learner, I mentioned that the point which you have said, that we also take kids along. So that's one point I was aware
Mhm,
about. The second point you've mentioned is very valid, and this didn't come through me yesterday. That subconsciously also somewhere it affects you. If you don't want
mhm.
the content to affect you consciously, but subconsciously also, if you watch such kind of things, it does affect you. So that's a very valid point. Amazing. Okay. And recently I've also watched Donkey, and it's
Mhm.
also an amazing movie. Have you watched it?
No, I haven't. So I'm
Okay.
too to be honest, I'm not very much into movies for the same thought. Whatever I say to you, that whatever the content I'll watch for a long,
Yeah.
it will be there in my
No,
mind.
I
So I
agree to
want
it.
to avoid it. I'm not very much into cinema nowadays. Rarely I watch
Okay.
it. Last
No,
time
I'm
when I
also
was in
not.
Noida,
Mm-hmm.
2022, only then I
Mm-hmm.
watched that Gangubai, and after that I haven't watched even a single movie till now.
Okay, okay, I totally agree. But Donkey, I watched Donkey in theaters. I went to theaters after 2 years. So that's
Mhm,
the normal average gap for me as well. I'm not a very movie freak person. Although if something is really, really interesting, like this Three of Us movie is there on Netflix, which is very, people are praising it a lot for its concept. So yes, these kind of movies which I feel are really appraised by other people, I do watch it. Otherwise I don't watch movies often. But Shah Rukh Khan, I really like the Shah Rukh Khan, and then the movie was directed by my favorite director Rajkumar Irani, so it was a great combination, so I had to watch it, and it's an amazing movie. I'm not disappointed at all, although it's not praised as similar to as we expect the movies of Rajkumar Irani, but it is an amazing movie. Okay, so diverting from the topic, I feel now let's do one activity.
mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll give you two topics, and I'm going to give you very funny, interesting topics. Okay, and you
Mhm.
have to just be as creative as you can be with the topics and speak on it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, first topic is, if you will get invisible for a day, what you will do? One. Second topic is, if you could be a superhero for a day, then what superhero would you be and why?
Yeah, so I have to choose one, or I have to talk about both of the
One,
topics.
one, one.
Okay, so the second one, if I want to be a superhero, so what I see nowadays in the society, there is a lack of spirituality. And what I feel that roots are very important for a tree to flourish. In the same kind of like if human being, they want to become advanced and they want to understand the real meaning of life. So the spirituality is very important, which make them calm and composed to do something without an anxiousness. So if I'll be a superhero, I will just go everywhere and tell people. I will try to change their superhero. Doesn't mean like and I can change their mindset, but of course I can just give them the right thing to choose, and I can tell them the right thing like what they should do. And nowadays the people, they are running for the advancements, technology. Life is becoming fast, but at the same point of time, people are becoming machinery. That's not good for them. So at least they should understand that why they are here for. The like most important thing what I understood in life, that we should ask this question to ourselves, like why we are here for and what is our ultimate goal. So that's what I will try to expose this message to everyone if I'll be a superhero. And I'll save people from all those like bad activities, like the young people and youth, they are into, like they are suffering a lot due to nowadays. You can see mental diseases are increasing day by day in our country also, even though we are famous as a like the spiritual leader in like the all around the world. You can see a lot of good people in our country, but same point of time we are following the like western domination and western culture, so we are into wrong things nowadays. So I would love to tell them that what is right, and I would love to change that perspective from their minds. So
Sorry, as I told you, it's really cold and I'm little under the weather. All right. Amazing, Ashutosh. It felt like you have planned and prepared the topic. Really, really nice. You were speaking non-stop. That was amazing. And what you shared was really, I don't think creative is the right word, but really something which didn't occur to me. Like, yes, superhero doesn't mean that you need to have powers and you need to use that, some random powers. But you talked about spirituality and how people are getting away from it, right? So that's a wonderful idea. Just one feedback I would give you with respect to language, you were bang on. Yeah, vocabulary also, everything was great. Structure was great, but just one thing that when you are speaking at flow, when there is listeners, or for example, there are a lot of listeners, please take pauses in between. Right.
okay.
Okay. For example, if you complete the sentence, it is very necessary to take a pause. And if there is a comma, like in your mind, you're writing and you think that there should be a comma, then take a pause. Okay. It will
Okay,
be,
sure.
listeners can be of different capacities, right? If you
Hmm.
want to be a great speaker,
Of course.
that's very much needed, right? Right.
Yes, of course. Meaning of
Just
communication, they should understand me. If
they
they are
should
not able to
understand.
understand me well, it doesn't make any
Yes.
sense.
Yes, pauses are a great skill if you can master correct pause and the duration of the pause. If you understand that, if you master that, that's a great quality of a speaker. So that's a great thing if you can do that. Other than that, it was great, and the content was also great. I was listening to it. So, do you consider yourself spiritual person?
Yes, I try my level best to be disciplined as much as I can. Like
Mm-hmm.
due to this, with the guidance of spirituality, I was not very much into it because I had joined hostel from 2012 to
Okay.
2000 almost 20. So I was not very much into it, but now I'm trying my level best to know all these things deeply.
Okay. Okay. So, if I ask you difference between being religious and spiritual, how can you give me a point of differentiation?
Okay. Like spirituality is something like which talks about the humanity, not about religion, where you make difference between like one religion to another. Spirituality is something we talk about the whole. We have a just there is a statement Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. According to our country, we consider the whole world as a family. So where
Right.
you just behave with not humanity only, even though the soul presents everywhere, like in a dog, in a cow, in a buffalo. So you have to like talk over the all over the like the people, there is a presence of soul. So that is spirituality. And being religious, something where you made their own rules and regulations for a specific community, and you started like saying that you are superior than others. That is not something like right, what I feel. So spirituality is beyond than religion. So where you talk about whole, not about a specific communities rules and
Right,
regulation.
right. Basically, what you mean is spiritual is a wider concept in comparison to religious,
Exactly.
right? Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if I talk about as it's second day of the new year, 24, it's today is the
Hmm.
second day. So, how was your 2023?
How was my 2023? Of course, it was great. And what I have done, the just greatest, what I'll say highlight of the 2023 was that my sister got married in
Oh,
December.
congratulations on
And
that.
yeah, thanks. And it was a wonderful experience. I was very happy, and I'm happy till now for that because last month he got married. And apart from
Okay.
this, I just I have done very well on YouTube also because in this year only my channel got monetized and I got more than 10,000 subscribers in this year. And I used to help others also. I have helped a lot of people in 2023. Along with that, one negative thing which I suffered from my ear problem, that I have a hole my in my eardrums, but fortunately
Okay.
now it is near to about healing. So
Okay.
second thing, tooth problem, few diseases also in between, but now it's fine. So 2023 was great, with the spirituality aspect also. I progressed there because I
Amazing.
visit ISKCON and I started visiting frequently in
Okay.
2023.
All right, amazing. And I wish you luck on all the factors of YouTube as well in upcoming year. And I'll definitely have a look at your channel today. Actually,
Yeah,
whenever
sure.
I meet any new learner who have a YouTube channel, I do, watch their channel. I do get subscribed to the channel. So I'll definitely have a look at
Oh,
it.
thanks.
Okay. So 24, any New Year resolutions you have in your mind? Anything you plan to do this year?
2024, I don't make a lot of resolutions. I be
Mhm.
think like 31st December and 1st January, there is no difference between in it. It
Mhm.
depends in your mind. If you want to
Mhm.
do something, don't wait for 1st January, don't wait for Diwali and Holi. Start from today
Exactly.
onwards, whenever you get in
Yeah.
your mind. So from 2024, I want to do more and more live, videos on Instagram, YouTube.
Mhm.
That's what I'm planning to interact
Mhm.
with the people, to engage with my subscribers so they can get help from me. That's what I
Mhm.
am thinking. Apart from this, I would love to take more and more sessions. That's what I want from 2024. And I want to be more disciplined also, and I want to progress in this spirituality also, to know a lot of things related to God and a lot of activities of God.
Okay, great. And I'm very hopeful you will be able to do all of that as well. And we have almost concluded the session, Ashutosh. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't have any specific question. It was really, really nice talking to you, and I must wish you
Same
the
here.
same. Like Happy New Year
You
2024.
too.
So, and I think it will bring a lot of joy for you in this year.
Same to you, Ashutosh. Wish you happy new year and a lot of prosperity in the coming year and happiness. And yes, I do not have a very specific feedback as towards your language, like with respect to vocabulary, grammatical errors, and the sentence structure. Everything looks fine. Just as I told you, just a little pauses in between will do great. Because yes, as I told you, listeners are sometimes of different capacities, and you do have a YouTube
Hmm.
channel, so there also it will be beneficial to your viewers and subscribers, and maybe if you got any student there, so it will be easier for them to grab what you are saying, right? So that will work better
Okay,
for
so
you.
means the I must talk in a moderate pace. Means
I'll
I
tell you.
take
No, I
pauses
do
and.
not mean it by that. Your pace is okay, but we didn't
Hmm.
get to know that where you were starting a new sentence. I'll give you one example. For example,
Hmm.
I'm going to talk about spirituality. I'll
Hmm.
speak three sentences. Just take a look at it. How I planning, what actually I'm trying to say to you is, okay, so if I talk about spirituality, spirituality is very important to me. Last year has been great with respect to spirituality. Take a pause. I'm not saying you to speak slow, or I'm not saying to
Hmm.
you to take pauses in between the words. But basically, when you are transitioning from one sentence to another,
Okay.
okay, okay.
Hmm.
So last year had been great. Stop. In terms of
Hmm.
spirituality, also, I started visiting ISKCON temple. Pause. There will be comma if you will write it right. I started
Hmm.
visiting ISKCON temple, and I'm very much planning to keep doing that in coming year. Take a pause.
Okay,
But
got it.
if I talk about negative things in my, about my last year, there was a tooth problem. Pause. There was a hole in my ear. So yes, health-wise, there were little hurdles. Pause. So like this, take pauses wherever you
Okay.
feel. Pace is okay, but pauses are required. Okay,
Got it.
so that's how I take my sessions, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, as you are here for the first time, so my learners know that I jump from one topic to the randomly. So that's what I do in the session. I sometimes do not stick to one topic, so that's what we have done today as well. We talked about movies, we talked about Bollywood movies, we talked about the new year, we even talked about becoming a superhero. So that's what I do in my session. So that was all about the session, and it was lovely talking to you. It was nice meeting you for the first time, and I'm hoping to meet you again. And then also we'll practice this pause technique. We'll do
Yeah,
some
sure.
extempore and other things, and I will help you out how you can do these pauses things, because I've learned myself. I was like you, I was never taking pauses. And my teacher once told me, कैसे पता लगेगा मुझे तूने सेंटेंस बदल लिया. So she used to always tell me, रुक जा, रुको रुको, कोई ट्रेन नहीं है, you don't have to
Mhm.
catch a train, I'm here, I'm not going away anywhere. So yes, that's have been my journey as well, so that I recommend people sometimes when I feel that this can help them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Of course.
all right, Ashutosh, have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.